we're not the Waynes.
We're not the Waynes.
Bitch, I hate to tell the truth, we're not the same.
Fox and Rap Podcast.
Alright, what's good, people? Satsuki the Savage here. My boy Perry in the mix. What's good? Ox and Rap Podcast. We back to talk about Bungou Stray Dogs Season 4, Episodes 4 and 5. What's good, Perry?
Hey man, life is good, man. How are you?
And chilling. I think we got a good batch of episodes. I think it was a good idea to not cover episode 4 individually, because this feels like the beginning of something new. Not necessarily an arc, but a new segment in the season because of what we got at the end. Oh boy. No snitching. Oh my god.
All they missing was the bicycle from Boondock when he said thanks for not snitching.
Yeah, man. That's how Young Thug finna do Gunna, nigga. His goons pull up to old boy. Say you talking. It's funny too, cause it made it seem that on his send off, Mushitaro's send off, that he was, in good spirits, like he got to, uphold his boy's dream, of doing a perfect mystery. He was gonna get him a new job, you know what I'm saying? Rompo gave him respect and everything, living good. Then our old boy came out of nowhere with the JoJo pistol. I said, whoa. But yeah.
That shit is crazy. Fyodor is like Fyodor with the whole like just up at top is like the LeBron James 3-point shot looking down. He always pulling it out. He always pulling it out. The signature move right there.
Yep. But old boy Nikolai came into the fray. We didn't really get to see much of him. He's goofy, like a lot of some of these villains are, but deadly. I don't know if that's all there is to his power with just the portals, but I mean, even if it is, it kind of reminds me of like Janemba from Dragon Ball. If you have a power like that, if you could just put any limb into this portal, and depending on the range of it, we might have some issues, boy.
Oh yeah, because seeing that, it reminds me more of like Leorio from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
So just go ahead.
And we don't know the range of that either, but I mean, yeah, like depending on how it is, and think about it. We just seen it with a gun. Imagine if he does that with a grenade, bro. It's over. It's over. He can destroy an entire field, and then he can do it without like leaving any type of traces to himself.
Yeah. That like. Oh, we gonna get some villains this season. Some real deal, like, oh man, these gonna be nasty abilities, man.
That's what I really love about this series, bro. They can introduce a random character. They have this power. We see it for 5 seconds, and then it's just we sit there and think like, yo, depending on the circumstance, this person can be the most deadly character in any given moment. I will always refer to Lemon Boy. And what he was able to do, bro. He held this shit down. He really did.
Yeah, he stepped up, man. Game 6 Clay.
But and that's how it is though. Like depending on how you're utilized, not just the power itself, is where it's used at. Depending on the circumstance, bro. Some of these people could just look crazy deadly. But it gives you hope for some of the villains that are going to be holding it down for Fyodor, because I don't think he's going to come into the season. Now looking at it, I mean, we're at episode 5. I don't think he's going, like, he may be free by the end of the season, but I don't think he's going to personally be involved in a lot of these events. I think we're going to see a lot of his underlings pull weight.
Yeah. Oh, I watched the episode. I don't know if you catch it, but did you just catch Nikolai's voice? Who they remind you of?
I did hear like some. To me, it sounded like. Was it Roswell's voice actor?
Yes. Roswell's voice actor. As soon as I seen like the goofiness of the personality and how he was high pitched some words, I was like, oh, this is like Roswell's voice actor.
Yeah. I thought that too, but I didn't really pay it too much mind. But yeah, he has a very distinct voice. You can recognize that easy. But
It reminds me, like, I think he got a very recognizable voice. Jotaro does as well, because I hear Jotaro in like Erwin from Attack on Titan.
yeah, I hear a lot of her recent roles were playing Yor, Ruby. She played some other character in Fire Hunter, but her voice is very recognizable too. I don't know the voice actress's name, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, talking about some stuff previous to that, a lot of the Mishitaro stuff that we got in episode 4 of Committing a Perfect Crime. We talked about abilities and how they could be utilized in different moments and whatnot. And Mushitaro was a good foil to Rampo because as someone who prides himself in figuring out entire cases based on minimum evidence and clues and whatnot, having someone like Mishitaro who can completely wipe all traces of evidence, it was a big problem for Rampo. He had to essentially rage quit.
Yeah. He said, I'm not playing your game. You're going to play my game.
Yeah. I mean, he caught him in the end, but yeah, it was still some dirty business too. And that's the thing about Rampo is that we talked about this before, but he's so useful, but against certain gifted, he's powerless. I mean, if you really think about it too, it even had to be a gifted. The guy who was driving around Mishitaro with the gun could have easily just killed him.
Yeah.
And it would have been done. It wouldn't have mattered. That's why in my head I was thinking, yo, Mishitaro already knows who this is. He should have told the driver to kill him immediately as soon as he got in that car. Fuck the evidence that it's going to leave behind. You don't want him talking for too long because he gonna figure something out.
Shoot, the second he was on my tail, like, yeah, we finna you gotta go for a little trip, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go back outside, man. Yeller.
We going to some pier or something. You finna get shot two to your forehead, and we're gonna have to drop you off. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way I'm about to let you play Scooby Doo in my car.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to the driver though. Just the way like he was able to like basically use the gun as a threat prop and have like defenses for like any kind of legal action that they might take against him was very impressive.
Yeah. And I don't think he's one of Fyodor's like big guys the way it seemed. He could be revealed to be, but if he's literally just a getaway driver, that's pretty impressive for Fyodor's henchmen because I mean, we saw that one guy with the curses, even though his ability was really useful, he himself wasn't too much in terms of like his intelligence or whatever. But this guy, if he got just random people on the payroll who are this smart and cunning, I mean, I already thought we were in trouble with Fyodor himself, but yo, if the people are going to also be up to par with the intelligence of the agency, yo, I might have to pick. I know we got to always go for the main characters, but his camp is looking kind of fierce.
Yeah, and I also like how like Rampa even gives Theodore his credit. He's like, "Dang, he taught you this too."
Yeah,
man, I should have thought about that.
He is on point.
Yeah.
He has created another superpower because it's really just, I guess it's really three: the Port Mafia, the agency, and I forgot the name of the other dude. I'll just say the government. Right, like it was like those are the big three, but Fyodor, he himself is making a name for himself, and he's really pushing the boundaries. So
yeah,
it was a big threat. But I really like Rampo in these 2 episodes. In episode 4, he had the conversation with Kunikita, where he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna free you. I swear to God, I'm gonna free you." And then he had the conversation with Mushitaro. Wait, Poe?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
actually, no. Go ahead with the Poe thing.
Oh, I was gonna talk about like I just love his interactions with Poe and like how they bounce off each other. And I think
Yeah.
we haven't had like situation where like Rampa has someone he could bounce off to constantly.
Hmm.
So I like that they're like whole dynamic and how they're like helping each other.
Yeah. I think the thing I wanted to mention with Mushitaro though is it's just really the last conversation he had with him about figuring out the mystery and how the dude actually killed himself but not really and all that stuff. And I guess like the shining moment was it felt like Rampo was mentoring that guy, just like it's been done to him. It just shows you the maturity of Rampo now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what age he is at this point, but I mean, he's an adult. Like, he's an actual adult. He's not the same kid that we saw in the flashback. And he was able to, give him that wisdom, even though it didn't really amount to nothing since old boy ended up dying at the end. But it was a good character moment for him.
Yeah. This episode, like, even at the beginning of episode 4, and just like seeing his resolve to like, hey, the reason you in here is because I fucked up. Like, he takes full responsibility for this, even while most people would say like, it's not your fault. You couldn't see this coming.
Yeah.
But Rampa puts his intelligence in such a high regard. He's like, I should have seen his tricks, and I should have been able to plan around it. And he said, I'm not gonna let us lose again. He said, that's a guarantee.
I think he also had like this moment where he said that his co-workers see him as like invincible, and how he internalizes the responsibility and expectations that they have for him, and he tries to make that a reality. And I think that's a really good moment too, because he doesn't think of himself as invincible. He knows the flaws and the limitations that he has himself, but because of the people that rely on him, he knows he has to step up even when he's disadvantaged, like he was with Mushitaro. So shout out to Rampo. He's been my second favorite character, but he's really trying to become first. He's really trying.
Yeah. These two episodes was great for him. Question: Did we ever know that Rampa knew he'd have abilities?
He stated something in season 3 that made me go, oh, so but I don't remember at what point he said that. But I remember it was a moment in season 3 where he said something to Akiko about, it was something about his glasses or whatever, where it made me go, oh wait, so he knows that the glasses don't really do anything for him. But I don't know if there was ever a moment where he explicitly said like, I know I'm not gifted.
Yeah, because I think this episode, it was just shocked, like he was able to admit it. He was like, an ordinary person versus a gifted person. The ordinary person is at a huge disadvantage and they'll never win. Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Yeah. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think there was ever a moment where he just outright said that I'm not gifted or anything like that. Which, I mean, that's just, I guess that's good lore or whatever, because I don't know if we were ever going to get that moment, but or maybe he's always thought that way. Maybe it wasn't even that long that he figured that out. But he just kept on the facade going. But regardless of that, what did you think about the whole mystery that was going on with the book, Mushitaro, the guy who wrote it? How did you feel about all that?
Oh, I actually really liked it, because I think when he was talking to his friend, I've got the author's name. I think you mentioned it earlier off screen.
Yoko Mizu.
When they talk about like how if you write a mystery story, years later people are going to copy the same mystery and it's no longer unique because people are inspired by the works of the past. So as soon as you become unique for something, you can also be lost in the history of people doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting seeing like the writer side of like creating a story and like what you want the audience to feel.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the whole idea of leaking a mystery novel into real life and making that a mystery in itself was an interesting concept. I mean, nobody else but Rampo could have really discovered what actually went on with it, because I mean, when episode 4 dropped, I'm also glad that we didn't do a podcast that time, because I would have looked fucking stupid. I would have just been like, oh, okay, so it was Mushitaro the whole time. Okay, we got it. But obviously there was a lot more to this story, and yeah, I took it at face value. I thought Mushitaro was just the one that killed him out of jealousy or whatever. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. But this show has always done a good job with the mysteries, at least, even though it's not necessarily the focus of an episode, to make it an actual, like it's like a story within a story, you know, because the whole thing of the end line being blurred because of his tears and whatever, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, and I like how Rampo was able to use like because at the end of the day, Rampo didn't have any concrete evidence to pin it on him, so he had to like appeal to his like emotional side and basically like, okay, how about this? If you don't take the blame for this, I'm going to basically out your best friend's whole dying with in his story and make it relevant.
Yeah. Hey, snitch for a snitch. Got to.
Yeah.
Free Kunikita.
Yes, sir. Free my guy, man. Free my guy. And I completely forgot about that whole like episode plot line that happened, like I think it was like season 3, last episode.
Yeah.
The grenades. Yeah, I completely forgot about that, because like I remember it happened. I was like, oh shit, I forgot this happened. And then it being brought up now, I was like, oh yeah.
I remember it happened just because of the effect it had on Kunikita, but I didn't think it was going to be a big enough plot point for it to be relevant now. I thought it was just going to be something to where, like, you know, he felt responsible for the girl's death, and well, I thought it was going to have some lingering effects, but I didn't think it was going to get him locked up. I didn't think it was going to have a legal consequence.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was good continuity, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really liking this whole mental battle between Rampo and Fyodor, even though they have they ever even seen each other?
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
The only time we actually see Fyodor is like when is at the cafe when he meets Dazai.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I don't think they ever seen each other. Huh. Yeah. I mean, like, but they got it going on.
Yeah. I wonder if this season gonna be more like law-abiding citizens, or like you have the guy in prison still doing stuff that the people on the outside can't really stop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, could be. I'm not entirely sure. It's just, I mean, it's like I said, it's really interesting how this whole thing is being navigated and how like Fyodor is still influencing all this stuff. But before Mushitaro went out, he told he tried to relay a message to Rampo about don't take on any big jobs. What did that mean to you? Or is like Fyodor's camp supposed to contact them for some job?
I wonder, is it going to be like the government or like the clock tower organization are going to come to the arm agency about like taking down a group or Fio's group? Not specifically the rats, but more like the 5 that we see in the opening a little bit.
Okay.
And that's what he's warning them about, like, don't take that case because you're going to directly interact with these dangerous people.
Okay. See, I was thinking about it the other way. I was thinking that they were going to contact them and it was going to be dangerous, you know. But you're saying he was saying don't go up against these niggas.
Yeah.
Nah, okay. I can see that. Yeah. Which makes you think, if he has information on this entire group, we've seen what Nikolai can do. And like I said, it's very dangerous. But if these other people are supposed to be the same level, I'm real interested to see what they can do exactly. Like what gifted, like what curveball we're going to get with some of these powers.
Yeah, and I wonder what the matchup is going to be with Nikolai himself. Like who's going to like deal with him?
I don't know. I feel like the best way to confront someone like him is head on, because if you're not in his face, his ability is going to be hard to fight against. But if you're like trying to confronting him in hand-to-hand combat, it'll probably be a lot easier to deal with him, even though there's some things he can still throw at you. So I don't know, but this entire camp has been looking pretty crazy. And that's crazy too, because Mushitaro was just some temp worker basically for Fyodor.
Oh yeah. It was funny because like when Fyodor hired him, he was the guy was like, hey yo, I want this, and this, and that's it. That's all I need.
He was like, that's it.
He's that's it. Shit. He said, I think he said, I want my meals on like real silverware. I want my clothes starched. I bet I see a fucking crease in them.
Yeah, he was just asking for shit.
Yeah.
He was probably like, damn, okay. All right, I'll take it then. That's crazy though. Someone like him, this perfect crime ability, just being some disposable guy is insane. That's what makes me think, like, what abilities do these main people have if he's just someone disposable? Because they could have used this ability for a lot of different things. But Fyodor's like, I only need this one job. That's it. That's all I need, boy.
And Fyodor was so smart with it too, because like he planned the whole Kunikana bombing thing so far in advance. Like he had, I'm gonna do this plan. Already got somebody to clean up the evidence, and then this guy who's smart enough to realize to like his whole plan of like throwing people off by like having a body double, switching his shoes, having a mask, and then having his face smashed so you wouldn't tell that the face was already smashed beforehand was perfect. Like it was like, damn, you can't get better than that.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff that we've seen, because Mushitaro was the one that we actually saw and he sort of moved things, it's kind of like you attribute that to his intellect, but in actuality, Fyodor is the one pulling all the strings, even though like some of the stuff is left to Mushitaro's discretion or whatever, but Fyodor is the one who put everything to action. And like Rampo said, Mushitaro didn't kill anybody, so Fyodor had the body and everything and plan for him to do. So like his planning, his scouting, I guess you could say, like scouting for talent, everything is top notch, bro. Like this is kind of scary. We in trouble for real, and he doing this while locked up. I don't know. Like I said, we don't know what he can do still.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough, man. This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, they got organization too. I think that's probably the scariest part about it. They don't feel like the other villain groups where it's like you got some people here running amok, doing whatever. Fyodor is completely in control of everything that has happened so far. Everything that has happened so far, I don't think Fyodor has really just thought to himself, I didn't really plan for that.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say the only thing he didn't plan for is season 3 was like the whole like getting caught with like in the coffee shop, because he was surprised that Dazai was there, and he used like the eye with the gill.
But even then it's just like, oh, all right, I got locked up, so we gonna keep moving. It's just like a minor inconvenience for him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that shit is scary, dog.
Yeah. I want to go back and watch the Rampa flashback arc and see like play itself, because I feel like there's so much like hidden clues into it, because like the whole symbolism of angels and like the references we're getting with angels are like prevalent throughout the whole season. So I wonder, is that play like a prelude to what's going to happen in the future?
Probably. They called themselves the K of the Angels, I think that's what they called themselves. And oh boy, Nikolai was wearing all white. I don't know if that's going to be a theme with these characters, but yeah, it's probably some things that you can't take from the play, and you could probably take away some clues from it. Not sure though. Not sure.
I wonder what's this group's like whole like literary motif is going to be, because the guild was American authors, Core Mafia and the armed agency are like the Japanese inspired authors. I wonder what's the the angel's gonna be.
I think Nikolai is a Russian name. If I'm not, let me see. Nikolai. I'm pretty sure that's a Russian name though. Nikolai name, Slavic. Yeah. Cause what is Fyodor's? Fyodor. What's his full name? Yeah. So it's going to be Russian themed.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm waiting for though. I'm waiting for the bad, but the Russian bitches. Yes, sir.
Or they're gonna have one of probably like Olga something, blonde hair.
Olga. No. I hate that name. I hate that name, Olga.
Olga.
That's such a ugly ass name, bruh.
Yeah.
But you probably will have some name like that. I can see it. But I'm looking forward to this group, man. We're gonna get some real villains, hard fought battles. My boy Kunakita gonna be free, but shit, we're gonna have to go straight back to the trenches, man.
Yeah.
You might want to stay in prison, boy, because it's about to get heated out here.
Man, it's gonna go crazy, man. I wonder is next episode gonna be Antagawa focus to see what he's been doing since like the whole like deal he made with Asuchi about like not killing anybody.
I don't know. I mean, every episode so thus far has been Rampo focused.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're gonna switch gears off of that. I mean, like I said, this feels like we're entering in a new segment of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So it could go in a different direction, but I'm not entirely sure. Not sure. But we're going to be on guard now. I don't know if Mushitaro's warning is going to prevent anything really, or if it's just going to delay it a little bit. But yeah, we got a new group to look forward to. Nikolai, goofy but scary.
Yeah. No, it's Mushitaro getting that off is so crazy to me because like he was right in front of him. You let that man reach over there, get the walkie-talkie, hit the button, give
he had to reload.
Yeah,
he had to reload. Man.
That's crazy, man.
Maybe he was just playing with him. Maybe he didn't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
If I was him though, I would have told him his name at least because he introduced himself and all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like a person like Rampo, like he with all the little clues he could take away, you gotta give a name.
Yeah. No, but it's crazy to disguise it though. Like the fact that he was in a whole police uniform, took that shit off and was like in a whole different like jester outfit. Is crazy.
Whole different fit on. That boy was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. See, he a showman too.
Yeah. It's so sad too, because it's like every time I see officer now, I can't trust them, man. Officer walk up to you, I don't see their face, you can't trust them.
I think that's the third time we done seen that shit.
Yeah.
It was like Maury, old boy in a flashback, and now this dude. Mm-hmm. You really cannot trust these police, bro. It don't matter. It don't matter if they real police or not, bro. You can't trust these niggas.
Yeah.
But shit. That's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about with the episode. Is there anything else you wanted to mention?
Just one last thing. You know that one case that like Rampo was giving Mushitaro before he's gonna go to jail? I wonder what's gonna happen to that guy.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah. Or what's gonna be like a forgetting plot point.
It could be something that we kind of save for the back burner, or it could be our way to shift our focus to that person or that group or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure. But if like, for example, if we do heed the warning and we don't take on a big job or whatever, what is the agency supposed to do exactly? Like, does that mean that Rampo is going to do things solo, or maybe with a partner? Because I could think of it like maybe Rampo doesn't want to like put the burden on the agency or put them in danger, knowing what they're capable of, and he tries to do things on his own. I could see that happening.
Yeah. I wonder will Romp. I don't know if Romper would do it, but like, will Romper go to Port Mafia with this case? Work with them? It's like a
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh. I don't know, but I like that idea.
Mori and Romper in a room together. Woo, I need that.
Rompo and Mori, bro. That's some scheming right there.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know though, but hey, free, like I said, free Kunikita, protect the Kiko, Rompo, you doing your thing, bruh. Shining on, flexing on these boys. But Fyodor, that's a cold nigga. That's a cold nigga.
Just remember, no snitching, man. No snitching.
We may be rats, but we ain't snitches, nigga. But yeah, I think that's everything I want to talk about with the episode.
Yeah, that's everything for me as well.
All right, then. We'll see y'all maybe next week, depending on what happens. It could be 2 weeks from now. It's really just the flow of the episode and whether we deem it enough to talk about an episode. So like, it could be next week, could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks from now, but we will be back for another podcast to talk about Bungo Stray Dogs season 4. I'm really enjoying this season so far. It's almost to the halfway point. To me, it still hasn't beat season 3, but it got potential. All right, it got mega potential, especially with the antagonists that we may have moving forward. But hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Ots and Rat, we out.
Peace.
Back on a mission to put the power back